It's like
Oh,
300.
you're 3,600 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to update my post already. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right, we're going live, guys.
Woohoo! Trial number 2.
Bam. Let's
Back at it.
We're back. We are back. Kevin, can you hear us okay?
There we go.
I can hear you clearly.
I like it. I like it. We are back, guys. So yeah, we just had a little technical hiccup and let's go back. So I'm gonna go share this out. We're gonna let some people hop on here.
And share.
Copy that link, gonna post it on my wall here. Let's do this. And we are back. Okay, so we'll have the phone up here so we can read through comments as well. So, all right, Online Sales Pro. Okay, let's get this down. Perfect. Let you guys all hop on. Got a bunch of you joining. We are live. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, if you guys can hear us, give us a shout out there. So Kevin, we're super pumped. You've been absolutely killing it over on TikTok lately.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Yeah.
Who would have thought, right?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So, one of the things Shreya and I were so excited about is TikTok's one of those platforms that people don't think you can monetize, right, Shreya?
Right. But that goes to show that if you have a proper funnel, that you could drive traffic from anywhere.
Yes.
You shouldn't really be focusing on the traffic source, just focus on making your funnel. And that's exactly what you did, Kevin. You had an amazing funnel. Then you said, okay, where can I start getting traffic from, right?
Definitely. Definitely. Like, the whole thing about TikTok is monetization. Like, that seems to be why everybody wants to quote unquote become TikTok famous. At least that's in my mind.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why everybody's attempting to get quote unquote TikTok famous. So, I'm looking at monetization because, they can give gifts when you go live. So my first goal was I got to get 1,000 so I can go live. That was my first goal. But then I started to realize there were other ways to monetize it outside of that. So, I'm glad to just share everything that I know that I've learned over the last about 45, 50 days on TikTok. And granted, I just took everything that I had learned from social media, period. I've been an OSP member for like about 3 years now. So I've learned a lot there. And that was really my start, and built a Facebook page of 30,000 people. So I took all of that knowledge that I've gained over the years and I was able to implement it with TikTok, and it works.
That's so cool. That's awesome, because you have a Facebook group of about 30,000 as well that you grew from 0 to 30,000 using similar processes to what you're about to teach us with TikTok, right?
Yes, and I want to say I took no one from Facebook to TikTok.
Yeah,
I went to TikTok. So what I'm going to teach y'all today is 0 to 3,000 in 45 days with me not posting on my Instagram and having a bunch of my people come over from Instagram, a bunch of people come over from Facebook. This was literally zero base.
That's so cool. And I even told everybody in this post, I was like 0 to 3,500. You corrected me and you're like, no, I'm at 3616 now, right? Like, I mean, so
that post is outdated.
The post is outdated already.
It's growing daily. It's crazy.
That's so cool. So 0 to 3,600, Kevin, what was like the first thing you would say people should do when they're starting TikTok, right? Like, you got started 6 weeks ago. It's still fresh. People can still jump in, right?
Oh, for sure. TikTok is still fresh. Don't let people tell you that you cannot monetize it or it's too late. It is still fresh. The thing that I basically kind of bucked in the beginning was finding a niche, because I have a regular TikTok page, which is just me. I coach basketball, so I was just kind of doing basketball tips during the quarantine, and I wasn't really being real consistent. But I was kind of dabbling in TikTok, and I really was like, you know what? I'm not going to have a niche. I'm just going to do TikTok. And one day I just said, you know what? Let me hone into my niche, because keto is my niche. And I said, well, I'm going to hone in on it. And I just went in and started doing 2 to 3 videos a day. I listen to a lot of things that are out there, which, you know, you got to kind of eat the meat and throw away the bones sometimes, because everyone wants to pretend that they know all of the algorithms on TikTok and this, that, and the other. And if they're not talking to the owners of TikTok, then, you know, it's like, how do you really know? So I took some strategies that I did on my own, and things really worked out. So I'll be glad to share all of those with you guys today.
Well, we're excited for that. And before we dive in there, you know, we are doing this as a live stream. So shout out to Alan. We got Rick Smith in the house. Diva's here. Joel Kelman has jumped in, you know, to check out what you got to say about TikTok. Joel's the owner of OSP, you know, for those.
Yes, indeed.
One of the founders. So Joel's in the house. So this will be fun, guys. So Kevin, I loved it. Like, I'm chomping at the bit. I'm like, all right, what did you do? Like, you know, what method did you do? Because there's something to be said about consistency, right? Like, we always say consistency counts. And sometimes if you're more consistent than everyone else, you're going to win more than everybody else, right?
Yeah. And you also said, Kevin, 3 times a day. That's a lot of posts.
Yeah.
That could scare anybody. Where did you even get the content to do 3 times?
Well, I built a Facebook page of 30,000. That was 3 years ago. So I have a lot of content there. So I'll just share, you know, places to get content. It's so easy to get content because you got Pinterest. You have, you literally can just Google anything in your niche to get content. And the thing that I truly love about TikTok is the videos are short. So if you 15 to 60 seconds, you can do that 3 times a day, 15 to 60 seconds, because YouTube was harder for me because I had to make a 5-minute video, got to get my lighting straight, you know. So TikTok was easier for me because the content is easy to find, and it's short bites. It's short, small bites of content, and consistency is key. You know, that 2 to 3 times a day. Did I miss a day? Yes, I did. I think I missed like 2 days in the 45 days, and it still continued to grow. So your hashtags are important. When I first started, I think I went to 1,000 in like 10 days, and I was doing some things wrong. I was over hashtagging. So on TikTok, they don't really want you to do like Instagram where you like put 30 hashtags. So what I learned is they only really want you to have about 3 to 5 hashtags. So I created my own hashtag, which is Keto Coach E, which was unique to me. So if somebody says, I'm looking for your TikTok, and I can just say, I'm at Keto Coach E, or just hashtag Keto Coach E, and you should find me. So, and I start to see my number go up every day. So every time I would put the hashtag in, I can see how many times it's been viewed. So that particular hashtag is mine. So create a unique hashtag and only use 4 to 5. I use 3. I researched the top 3 in my niche. So I looked to see which ones had 1 million and something. So I think a lot of those had like 170 million. The 3 that I use the most, like keto life, and keto diet, those are like the top 3. And then I choose one that might be trending. So then I choose a trend, as long as the trend is relevant. You know, you can't really pick something that's not relevant. And then I would use my Keto Coach E. So I would use 5 hashtags. And when I started doing that, I noticed the numbers even started to pick up, because after I hit 1,000, I had a little lull for a period of time. And then I implemented that strategy, and the numbers just kind of jumped up. So really, it's like I went to 1,000 in 10 days, but then I had a lull for like another 10 days. But it started to pick back up after I had learned the strategy with the hashtags.
That's pretty cool, because you didn't give up. You didn't say, oh gosh, it stopped working. This platform's dead. You didn't do that.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, you know, that was big.
That's scientific stuff right there. Those 3 to 4 hashtags, you figured out the numbers. I mean, you know, some people will say dump as many hashtags as you can out there. You just gave some gold right there for anybody that's like listening. You guys saw me over here. I grabbed my pen and I'm like, oh, wait, I'm on a live. I'll go back and watch this replay, but man, that's some good stuff you just dropped right there. So like, that's killer. And so you did the hashtags. Now, TikTok, the tool itself actually makes creating the videos pretty easy, right? Like, you're not having to use fancy software, right?
Not at all. So for me, you know, I try to be as authentic as I could be. Like I even like made a mug cake the other day, and I tell my, you know, the people that are on my page, I hate to say followers, but I tell the people that are on my page that I'm not a cook. So they know, like, I've been my mug cake, I'm like, it's not the prettiest one, but it tastes good, you know. So I'm just authentic, you know. I just do them in the kitchen. This is one of my spots where I sit and I do that as well. So yeah, and it's not much editing, and you can, you know, you kind of put your text. One thing that I learned is that I smile. I got big white teeth, right? So I like to smile and there's a cover picture. So when you create your cover picture, you want that to be enticing. So for me, it's my smile. You know, I've always been told since I was a kid, I have a nice smile. So it's my business card. I use it. So I get on and I make sure that I move my cover to where I'm smiling. So I always say, hey, Keto Coach E here. And it freezes like this, you know, with me smiling. And so I always use that. So, you know, if you have something that, you know, is attractive as far as your business, then use that in your cover, because you want your cover to be attractive, because you want people to look at it. And your cover also will kind of do this too. So you can make your words blink. You can do like little things like that with the cover. So to make it enticing to people, and use colors. Like for me, I'm wearing black, but I've seen some people who are marketers on there, and they wear bright colors sometimes. Like there's a one lady that she just wears bright colors all the time. She has her hair all purple, and she gets real close up in the camera. So, you know, like but it works because I've seen a lot of her videos, because she, you know, it draws you in. So whatever it is about you that draws people in, that you've always been told was your positive thing, then, you know, use that to your advantage. Or just use colors, wear different color shirts. So I know for me, like, I'm ordering a bunch of shirts that's got some nice colors on.
That's awesome. That's a really good
I like
tip
your
right
shirt.
there. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I can tell you, I made it myself.
See, that's
pretty cool.
We like that's impressive. That's awesome. And you've got all sorts of side things going too. You're selling shirts. Like eventually you could probably sell shirts for keto on there, right? Like
right. Yeah, probably could.
That's right.
Yeah, I try to stay focused. One thing I do want to share before I forget is the algorithm.
Yeah.
So people talk about the algorithm on Facebook and on Instagram and all these other places. But the one thing that you want to hone in on is that your niche has to be specific, because as soon as you go off the rails, so if you're going to do marketing, just do marketing, because the time that you put your kids on there and it goes viral, that's what they're going to show everybody. And then you're not going to be able to hone in on your niche anymore. So, you know, be mindful of that, because I've seen this with people in groups who there was a guy, he had some type of niche, and then he like showed his kid playing baseball, and he got like 100,000 views, and it just screwed his whole algorithm up.
So then what would you do? Would you create different accounts? Is that what you did?
No, well, I do have like just a basic account, but I mean, if that happens, I would say just kind of go back to your niche and kind of just lock back in, because the algorithm is really strong on TikTok. I got to watching some political videos just because I was like entertained. And man, I got to start like clicking off of them fast so that they will stop sending them to me, you know, so stop showing to me. So the algorithm is strong. So if people are searching your niche, they're going to show people, you're going to get in front of people. So the more you can dial in on it, and that's why I love keto, because it's very specific. You know, it's just keto, you know, it's not diet, it's not weight loss, it's keto. So when people are looking for it, they find me. So, you know, just make sure you dial into that niche, because that algorithm is serious.
That's a really good tip, because, you know, I see that happen with SEO too on websites. Like they talk about, you know, make sure you're focused on your keywords from an SEO standpoint. So I could see how that would translate over to TikTok. And it also allows you to stay focused. You mentioned that earlier, like stay focused on your niche and hone that in and own that niche, right? And now you create some really cool content. Can you drop your keto handle before we go further, just so people make sure they write it down?
Oh, it's keto. Yeah. It's Keto Coach E.
Perfect.
And that's another thing too, is that if you're not super into keto, then watch the page, but you don't necessarily have to follow it. Because what happens is that your followers, TikTok will take your followers and they will give you more followers like that. So it's not good to go into groups and say, hey, follow me, follow for a follow, and those type things, because if they're not into your niche, then TikTok is going to see that. So I've noticed that that the people that are getting on my page are really into TikTok. Like the 3,600 people there are I say into TikTok, but into keto. Those people are into keto.
That's good.
So, you know, definitely make sure that don't do the follow for follow. Don't try to like post on your in certain groups like follow me, I'm on TikTok, because it'll screw up your algorithm in a sense, because the people that follow you, TikTok will notice who they are and they will go find more people like them to show your content to. So, but if you have people that like me, that like basketball, I'm looking for basketball videos, but I followed you because, you know, you posted in the group and I say, hey, I want to help you out and follow you. And now you're like, wow, what happened? So, you know, definitely organically get your followers organically. I made that mistake. So I know with my first page, I made that mistake. I went to a group and a guy checked me and I was like, you know what? You're right. I know better.
Yeah.
So, you know, so definitely be mindful of that as well.
That's really interesting, because Shreya, we talk about, like, you know, quality over quantity when it comes to blogging, SEO, content, YouTube video. I mean, it's interesting that this all correlates right into TikTok here too, right? Like, it's better to have, same with email marketing. You know, it's better to have an email list of 3,500 really engaged people than it is to have a list of 35,000 people that are interested in whatever random niche markets, you know? So it's really good points there as well. So
we talked about content. We talked about growing your following. How did you monetize it? I bet everybody's here dying to know.
So monetization, I have to give credit to the best two coaches in the internet marketing land here. So they helped me build a funnel, basically, which I have a book that's $9.99 that talks about the ketogenic lifestyle, and it actually goes into a page. So it's like an upsell into a page that has my keto class, which I've taken time to create. And literally people were going to buy the book and then they're upselling to the class, and it's automated. It's all automated, because basically I mentioned it. Actually, one of the people in my Facebook group who came from TikTok had mentioned, I bought your book and I learned so much. And I was like, wow, you know, and I truly was, you know, I was grateful for that, because people don't tend to always give you feedback. So I took that post and I put it on TikTok. I put it over my head in TikTok, and I was like, hey, like, y'all see it on there. I was like, hey, like, man, you know, that's great. And I read the post to people, and people started buying it. So I noticed that TikTok was, you know, people do buy. They're a lot more open to buying on TikTok from what I can see. With Facebook, you know, there are a lot of watchers. And I know we're on Facebook. Don't shut us down, Facebook. I'm sorry.
Wait, where did the live go?
Right. That's probably why they cut me off in the beginning, right? Yeah, but I've been able to monetize that. And also, don't be afraid of affiliates, because the more you can give, I truly focus on giving. I focus on value. I don't focus on selling. And I know sometimes, you know, I get beat up a little bit sometimes about that because I don't sell enough. But I notice that when I'm able to convert, that they're longtime customers, they're longtime people who are going to be in my group, because I've built trust with them, and I've built trust through my affiliates. So I'm like affiliate through Keto Crate, and basically Keto Crate, I can give them 25% off. So who doesn't, if they already in the keto and they already have heard of Keto Crate, now they can get 25% off. They love it. So, you know, my main offer is keto products. So, you know, now when I give them my keto products, so I put my keto products in front of them, now they're a little more apt to buy it because they bought my book for $9. They bought my class for $29. So, you know, you kind of like, once you get them in the store, you can show them some more. And that's kind of where it is. It's like a $9 offer. Then I have some other things that are a little bit more expensive. And, you know, it's been working on TikTok better than any other platform I've used so far. That's
so cool. And, you know, we that funnel you devise, like, you send them to an opt-in page first. So that could be an OSP page, right? Like,
Yes. And I do that OSP. I actually have a clone of that same page on my OSP page. Nice. I was just showing y'all earlier while we were talking before we went live. I had a cha-ching come through from OSP because, you know, with keto, people want meal plans. So I have what I call my starter package, which is basically a meal plan and a couple of the PDFs that I created, and I basically put that on the OSP page. So people opt in all day long because they're going to my page, and I basically have it in my profile. Yeah, I use a link tree, so that might be something you might want to look into. I use a link tree where I can actually put one link, and then it gives me multiple links I can put in it.
Oh, okay. Link tree.
So it's called. Yep, it's linktr.ee.
Okay.
And that works pretty good because you can put like 6 of them to fit on the page. You can put like as many as you want, but I like to make it fit on the little screen. And people just go and they get that. So I also have, like, I'm affiliate for like Amazon. So I also have my Amazon affiliate there. I also have my main offer, which is, you know, my keto products. I have that there. So people can choose, you know, the keto creators there too. So as I'm talking and people message me, I just say, hey, well, go to my link in the bio and you can find it. And people usually do that. I hope I answered the question. I get off track sometimes.
No, you did. You did. That's fantastic. Cause, like, you know, we want people to understand that, like, you're using a typical sales funnel here from traffic from TikTok, you know, from this platform. Yeah. And, you know, Shreya, like, we've watched some of Kevin's videos, right? And we've all watched TikTok, and, like, you've got some cool videos. Like, you're doing like the points. I've seen you like point at different things. Like, you know, look at this, it's popping in. Like, can you explain?
I told you earlier, I'm trying that mug cake.
Mug cake.
It looked delicious.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I've watched a few years. I've started buying the Quest chips because I watch your lives. Like, you've got some influence. Like, I'm like, all right, I got to get into this, you know, like,
yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Decrease that sugar, right?
Yes. And how are you doing those? Like, I mean, all those like slide ins. I mean, that's all within TikTok, right? Like, you're not.
It's all within it. So basically, like, for example, and it's funny because when I look at this screen, this is my TikTok screen.
Okay.
So you know, I usually will take and put something like right here under my chin, because they usually will have all of the hashtags and your title right there. So
see, that's key right there. Not many people would realize that. That's key.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then there's a little section way up here, and I don't know if y'all screen looks like mine. There's a little section way up here that's cut off. So you want to keep everything below that section right there, and you want to keep everything above, like where my visionary is right here. That would be all TikTok stuff. So you want to keep it above. So I usually put my titles right here, and then on TikTok you can drag. You actually can put the time of when you want it to pop up. So you can drag each word and put it when you want it to pop up. So what I do is I go in and I type in each thing I wanted to say, and then I'll go back and tap it and move it where I want it, and then I'll set the timer to where I want it to pop up and go away. So, and I think that first page is really important. That your cover page is important, and I really got this from think about YouTube. People are always on YouTube and they're like, you know, making faces and showing stuff, and I use that model on TikTok for my cover page, even though it's a little different. But you can take those words and put them up there. And one thing I did learn, because Paul has a great document on email.
Yeah, the headline file.
Everybody in OSP has access to that.
Yep, everybody in OSP has that too. Yeah, good.
Man, if you don't have that thing, you need to go download it right now. I mean, like right now. I would just log off of this and just go ahead and get it, right? So, like, it is such a value, because you not only can you use it on email, but you use it to create curiosity. So you can use those same concepts, and I use those same concepts from that document to create curiosity with my titles. So now I'll keep doing it because the titles are here and the titles are here.
I love that. Like, that's multi-purpose. Like, we made that for email subject lines, but it's the same thing, you know, it's the same thing for TikTok titles. Like, I love that.
Landing pages, it could be used. It's so versatile.
Yeah.
It definitely
extremely versatile. And it works in any niche. And like, the part I want to drive home, and I said it twice. The reason I asked the question twice, I knew I did. For people watching, they're like, Paul, you asked that twice. When I said about the software, I wanted to get it in people's head that they don't need fancy software to do this. Like, TikTok's free. You download it. As long as you're giving good value. I like to call TikTok, wouldn't you agree here? It's almost like infotainment, right? Like, you're entertaining with information, you know?
Yeah. And I think during the quarantine time, like, more adults got on it.
Yeah.
So You know, it's not as much. It's not like I don't see any dancing videos because I guess of my algorithm, because of the things that I look at. I don't see dancing videos as much, you know. And if I do, it's usually somebody my age that's dancing or, you know, listening to music. So use the songs too. So I use the songs and I match them up with some of my content. So some of my content is speaking like this, and then some of my content I just take a song that's popular and put my content to a song, because you know it's already trending and people will see it. So you know, people who are kind of watching dance videos and looking for keto will find it. Like literally my TikTok is right there across the screen. I wish I could show y'all. I had a comment that just came across there just now. So like it's crazy. Hey, one of the strategies, oh my goodness, man. One of the strategies that really worked really well for me on TikTok is, you know how there are a lot of infographics on Facebook. So I take those infographics, and there's a feature in there where you can do a green screen. You can make it come up behind you, or you can make it come up like right here. So I take all of those things. So all the things I learned over the years that did well. So anything that on your page, or whatever pages or groups you may have that did well, take those and repurpose them for TikTok. And then you take that graphic and you sit it right there, or you sit it behind you, and then you talk about it. And you just kind of talk it out. So I did that with coffee. So coffee, you know, on the ketogenic lifestyle, coffee is a big deal. So how do you like your coffee? So like light was like A, there's B, C, D, E, F, all the way to the dark coffee. And I just say, you know, leave it in the comments. I think I did that like a week and a half ago. People comment every day. I probably get a bunch of comments like every single day on that. And I did one with Brussels sprouts. And Brussels sprouts, you would not believe it, was the biggest one I've ever done.
Wow.
Brussels sprouts. Yeah, so I did the Brussels sprouts. Yep. So on my Facebook page, it was like 7, you know how the little bar comes across, like 7,000 people engaged with it. So it was like crazy, because I'm like, Dad, the coffee one was like 2,000. The bacon one was like 1,000, like Brussels sprouts. So
how many views on Brussels sprouts?
7,000.
I don't know. I don't know about the views on TikTok, but the views on the Facebook engagement was like 7,000. So when I saw how well that did on Facebook, and you can see I posted on my personal page, I posted in my group, because you can test market some of this stuff on your other pages, and then when you put it on TikTok, you know that it's going to do well because people are interested in it. So whatever your niche is, whatever you posted that did well on Facebook or Instagram as a photo would do just as well on TikTok. All you got to do is explain it and also encourage people to tell you what they like. So, you know, what's your biggest problem with marketing? You know, put it in the comments, and then people will just comment. You know, it's weird. TikTok people are they engage so much more than any other platform.
That is awesome. So they're not just lurkers, they're not just watchers, they're doers, they're action takers. Like, man, these are some gems. Like I'm sitting here going like, what else you got? What else? Like, this is gold. I mean, I picked up some great ideas just listening to you, and like this is awesome. Like,
told you, holding nothing back.
I know, and we appreciate that. Like, this is honestly, you know, what you just gave all the OSP members here. This is something that could be sold as a product. Like, you're deep diving. And to be totally frank, I've seen a bunch of want to TikTokers or whatever that want to think they know the algorithm or think stuff. You really put it into action and are seeing results, and like you're getting sales. You've monetized TikTok. Most people haven't monetized TikTok, you know, like, so kudos to what you've done there. And someone asked a question. They said, can you download TikTok clips? Like, do they download to your computer?
They download right to your phone. So when you do it, once you do it, you can set it in the settings, so it downloads right to your phone. So I take those and I put them right on Instagram because my Instagram following is terrible. I don't have a following on Instagram at all.
Yeah.
So I just start taking the TikTok videos and putting them on Instagram.
That is sweet. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's super awesome. I have seen this on, we did this once for us, and I'll see what you think of here, but like, I've even seen like a video of like, you take a PowerPoint slide or something and you just film your computer screen, like with your camera. Like we've done that. It's nuts, right? Like, it's not high quality video production that I've noticed on there.
No. Because I mean, literally that green screen, that's all that is. Like you could take an old video and like
Yeah.
put it behind you in the green screen and you just kind of like look to the side and then just talk about it. Or you just sit in front of it and then move when you want them to see it. But that's TikTok. Like the people are used to that.
Yeah.
So it's perfect because you don't have to have all of these extra good editing skills and it's 15 to 60 seconds. To begin, I recommend you keep your videos like 15 to 20.
Okay.
Until people get to know you and know your content, and then they'll be willing to watch longer videos. You would think like 60 seconds, who wouldn't watch that? But you know, I watch my watch time sometimes, it's like 17 seconds. So I'm like, they didn't even get to the meat of it. But you know, you want to try to keep them short in the beginning, not shorter than 15, but not too much longer than 15, because people will engage with it a little bit more.
Okay. See, that's a genius level tip right there too. And
Right.
I mean, these are
You need a product on this, Kevin.
yeah,
You can help you with the funnel.
yeah.
I'm creating one, kind of, sort of creating one, but you know, it's kind of just like a lead magnet more than anything.
This might be your entry point right here. This recording. That's the.
That's right.
This is awesome. This is really good material. And you know, Kevin, where can people now? We don't want them to go rush out to TikTok and follow you because I like that pointer. That was good earlier. Where do you want people to go, like, to find out about you, like your website, you know, the keto? I mean, because there's people here, like, let's be honest, people are following us for business, but they want to know how to get in shape.
Right.
You know, I know I'm interested in your keto stuff, so we're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, OSP is always welcome. You know, follow me on TikTok. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, I got enough going on there now. We shouldn't mess it up too bad. If you're not interested in keto, yeah. But I think that's a good start. You know, just to follow me on TikTok. I'm also on Facebook. You can follow my personal page on Facebook. I have a keto group as well. So like if you're interested in the ketogenic lifestyle, then, you know, you definitely are more than welcome to jump into the group. My keto page that has like 30,000 people is Keto Fit. It's called Keto Fit.
Okay.
And it's not my face. It's a cartoon character holding a sign.
Okay. Okay. So Keto Fit is that
right? Keto Fit. That's on Facebook.
Okay. That's awesome. That's fantastic. And I mean,
Thank you so much for sharing all of this knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem.
My mind's like, did we cut? Was there more?
I have a bunch of ideas. We got to talk right after this.
Yeah.
Hey, no problem. Hey, let's do it.
This is fantastic. So, you know, and I think, you know, you've been very generous because like you shared way more than we anticipated. You shared the gems, you shared the secrets. I mean, you got into the science of TikTok. Like I'm literally going to go back as I'm editing this. I'm going to be like, well, I'm not editing any of this recording, but the beginning and end, I'll be taking notes and like, this is good stuff. I like it.
I appreciate y'all having me, man. I don't take that for granted. And I love the OSP community. I've been a part of the OSP community for over 3 years.
Okay.
And I've learned a lot. And I use the software every day. Every single day I use the software. I've even made pages for other people, other businesses using OSP. So, you know, it definitely can be implemented.
Right. You do client work as well, right?
I do. Yep. I do client work as well.
That is amazing. No, that's very cool. You're definitely somebody people should get to know more. We've enjoyed working with you on your business and just like to see the growth and it's amazing when you have a funnel and then you get a traffic source, right? And it just takes a funnel, and OSP allows you to build those funnels. Like you started with funnels probably with OSP or got, you know, the idea of it. And it just makes it simple, you know? So it's very cool. And then you take it to TikTok and
the freebie strategy, which I got from OSP. I don't know who from OSP I got it from, but that freebie strategy is golden. You know, just creating some type of lead magnet that you can give something away in order to get the opt-in, and then having an offer after that, or offer throughout your email series, which I learned from you, and then working on my email series. So email is not dead, y'all. You know, Paul is the master and Shreya. So, you know, you have got to definitely lock into that, because that's been huge, is using the freebie strategy. I call it the freebie strategy.
That's
So,
good.
It's nice.
It's a great strategy. We like that. No, it really is. It's a free lead hook to get them to opt in, and, you know, and like, you're just sharing value with them, kind of like you just did here. You shared great value, and then in the keto side, you're sharing great value on the keto side, and then they get to know, like, getting to know, like, and trust somebody's half the battle. And I think that's why you're seeing such great success at TikTok, right? Because they get to know, like, and trust you. And then when you have an offer to buy, they're like, I'm going to go buy that.
Exactly. Yeah. Those people went in and bought it so fast. It was ridiculous. Like I woke up and had like sales. I'm like, wow, like I ain't seen this before.
That's cool. That is awesome. Because, you know, you are one of the few that is monetizing TikTok without having to have millions and millions of followers and doing goofy dances. Like that's, you know, and I think we should encourage people too, because like there were people that I remember back in the Facebook day, there were people saying Facebook's just a fad. It's going to go away. It's not going to be here for long. Look how Facebook's gone. You know, it's still here, still doing so. We're doing this on Facebook Live. I think TikTok's similar, where there's people that are, you know, going, that's just for the kids, you know, that's for the kids. And then, you know, now you coach basketball too. Do they know that you're on TikTok?
Well, they know that I'm on TikTok. They know that I do social media because I always joke with them that I have more followers than them. And they always like, I'm like, I got more followers than y'all. Y'all can't tell me anything. But, you know, at school, I like to try and teach the kids how to monetize social media because they're on it so much. So I've even helped some of them get products and be able to market them. And some of them were very successful at it.
That is so cool. That's awesome.
Right.
That's awesome. I mean, start young, right? Like teach them get them hungry at that age, you know, like
use social media the right way.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, this is good. Trey, any other questions?
No, just thank you. Thank you so much. This is very helpful to not just us, but everybody watching. And there's a bunch of thank yous coming in over there in the live too. So
hey, y'all are welcome. Y'all are welcome.
Lots of thank yous. People just super, super stoked. So we're going to sign off on the live stream. Kevin, you can hang right here, but we'll sign off on the live stream. Thank you again. I mean, you just crushed it. Great content. I mean, just amazing. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank y'all for having me.
And congrats to all the success too.
Thank you. Shout out Joel.
Definitely. All right. Thanks.